Hello everyone and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I do hope you're having a very good end of the week. If you do enjoy the content, guys, please drop that like and subscribe. We are quickly approaching the 900 subscribers, so I would like to thank you already a lot for your support, and I would be very glad if you could just drop that like, subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. As you very well know, that's the only thing that I ask, so thank you very much for your support indeed. So let's go quickly through a little bit some of the economic data. Germany economy is contracting once again. I think that the recession in the Eurozone is going to be pretty much a guarantee. In the US, we'll see how much they cook the books or not. As I've mentioned, the reports have been, the job reports are now finally getting a bit softer. A lot of reports of companies slashing jobs left and right. All of this is, to be expected, particularly ever since the Fed and the major banks and the top economists predicted that 2024 will have no recession. There's no way it's going to be a recession. So if you know anything about this channel, you already know that then it's likely we're going to have a recession. But I've said this and I will repeat it. Real economy, one thing; stock market, completely different. So you don't mix the two. If you trade or if you buy and sell based on what's happening in the real economy, you're going to get annihilated pretty quickly. Now, as the time of the recording, yes, the stock market in the US is still not closed, but it seems very likely to me that the S&P 500 will close above its old all-time highs, and that marks the last of my prediction, which was new all-time highs for the Nasdaq 100, Dow Jones, and the S&P 500 before the end of Q1 2024. Here we are. The S&P took a bit longer, but that prediction is now correct. Now, the reason why that prediction was actually, in my opinion, quite interesting is I didn't make it in December 2023. I made it at the time that the stocks were going nothing but down, and everybody was predicting then a big market crash in 2023, the late 2023, and that everything was going to go, to hell and beyond. And of course, none of that happened. Peter Schiff told you that the top was in for stocks for many, many years, maybe decades, back in 2022. No, he was wrong. I was right. Harry Dent predicted that stocks were going to go down 90% and 86% and 95% and all of this crap, and that we would never see all-time highs within his lifetime, and that he was willing to bet his career on it, and that he would become a limo driver in Australia, and basically that he would just retire. Of course, he just came out with a new book and is making the same prediction for 2024 that he did for 2023 and 2022. Surprise, surprise, right? In any case, everything is happening as planned. Sorry about that, guys. Today has been a very hectic day, but I wanted to take the time to come here and talk to you. And I would like to discuss something on the Pulse chain ecosystem, which is in particular Pulsex, which has been outperforming both Pulse and X. By the way, the incentive token, this is the funny part about crypto, which is in this recent pump. The incentive token, for those of you who don't know, it's basically if you provide liquidity in the farms, you need to check which farms are eligible for this, but you get for free an incentive token, right? Now, this is an inflationary token with no utility, and that is its only value is you get it and you can dump it. Guess what? It's the one that is appreciating the most. This is many times, this is what I was referring to. People have this thing with the utility meme, right? Which is, oh no, but that coin is more useful than that coin, and that coin is more. Look, which one is more useful, Dogecoin or Bitcoin? Obviously Bitcoin. Dogecoin went up in the last cycle 40x versus Bitcoin. Utility, zero. What is Shiba Inu? A copy of Dogecoin. What is the utility of Dogecoin? Nothing. Different picture of a dog. Shiba Inu went up 1.4 million fold in 1 year. That means every euro, every dollar, every yen, every Swiss franc turned into $1.4 million, euros, yens, blah, blah, less than a year after. It doesn't matter on that front, okay? But as I said, when you're playing the game of the meme coins, 99% of them, or 99.9% of them, go to zero, rug you, have bad code in it, drain your wallet, do all sorts of stuff. So if you want to play that game, be my guest, but be aware of the risks. But when they pump really, really hard, okay? In any case, that coin has no purpose as of now, the incentive token. And Pulsex has been outperforming the rest of them. Now, you can tell me, okay, but look, well, it's outperforming because it also went down the most, which is true. I'm not denying it. You see, but what I wanted to talk about the Pulsex is that people just throw this like, oh yeah, Pulsex is a copy of Uniswap, and Uniswap is so, its value compared to Ethereum is nothing. Hence, Pulsex is also garbage because they think it's a useless governance token, just like Uniswap is. You see, what they get it wrong, and we don't even have single-side staking yet. Single-side staking means probably, eventually, you're going to be able to stake your Pulsex, get free coins, and then you can just sell them to buy more Pulsex. Now, why would projects want to launch by giving it for free for Pulsex holders? That's beyond me, but I do believe that that's coming. So by that time, you can actually get yield, and if you're lucky, maybe you get one of these projects that go up 1,000-fold. So in theory, you can actually become, very successful without ever doing anything. But imagine it doesn't. You can always buy more Pulsex. But the key is, this is where people mistakenly get this. It's a buy and burn function. Buy and burn. Burning per se means nothing. Like, for example, people used to get very excited every time BNB holders would burn X amount of coins every time. Look, if I have 100 billion coins, and I burn my coins, but I was never interested in selling them in the first place, what is the big difference? There's a passive, there's a passive effect on the price because now there is supply which is impossible to be sold. Fair enough, I'm not disagreeing with that. But it's not active buying pressure. But Pulsex is. So every transaction that happens on the Pulsex, let's say Pulsex is the casino, is the exchange. You own it. If you want Pulsex, you own the exchange. So every transaction that happens there, now bear in mind, it doesn't need to involve Pulsex. You can be trading Pulse for X, X for Teddy Bear for Fiat, Fiat for Pulsepot, Pulsepot for, Edron. There's no connection with Pulsex, but for every trade on the V1, you get 0.22% burn, buy and burn. Now, what that means is, let's say, how much is Pulsex volume in the last 24 hours? So you go to Dex Screener. Okay, we've done $111 million in Pulsex. Wait, give me 1 second. Yes, $111 million. Now, 11 and $100 million, 11 times 22%, it's $244,000 that there's a bot that buys $244,000 of Pulsex, buys it, keyword, and burns it forever. So the supply of Pulsex is getting lower and lower and lower the more volume that happens every single day. Doesn't matter if it's rainy, if it's cold, if it's warm, outside doesn't matter. But even in the other one, which I believe it's only 0.06%, if you make 111 million, sorry about that, 1,100 million times 0.06 divided by 100, that's $1,000 and $600. Now, if you multiply this by 30 days, that's about $2 million. So even at the 0.006% buy and burn, if we keep on doing $100 million per day, you're gonna buy and burn $2 million per month. Now, what I want to stress about this, because this is where people get confused, this is an automatic buy and burn. There's no one deciding how much to buy and burn every day. Imagine someone who just wakes up in the morning, goes, presses the buy button, 244,000 or 66,000 depending on the version, buys it, forgets the keywords to the wallet, and goes back to sleep every single day. Now, it doesn't matter what is the market cap, it doesn't matter where we are in the cycle, it doesn't matter where, if the price went up too much already, it doesn't matter. It buys and burns every single day depending on the volume on the DEX. Now imagine that during the hype of the bull market we do 10 times the volume. Let's assume we do $1 billion. Let's say if we do $1 billion and you don't even take the 0.22%, you take the 0.06, which is the worst one, right? Times divided by 100 times 30, that's $18 million of buy and burn, pure buy and burn autopilot. Doesn't matter if the market cap is $100 trillion, it doesn't matter, just buys and burns. Now, one of the narratives for the next bull market that I suggested was, what if decentralized exchanges, DEXs, outperform other stuff? Since we've seen what happened to FTX, BlockFi, Binance getting shut down all over the place, BlockFi, Celsius, you name it. What if? Now, I don't play this game about which one's going to go up, X, or Pulsex, or Pulsechain, or Hydron, or Icosa. Which one's going to be the most? I buy them all, and I own them all, and whoever runs first or whoever runs higher, I'll be happy. Now you tell me, oh yeah, but if you could optimally allocate the coins, you're going to do much better. But I say, I understand that. Look, I get it. But that is with the benefit of hindsight. I mean, that's what I typically do is I look at them, I say, okay, which one has fallen the most? Which one is the most undervalued? And I buy that one. Which one has run the least? Well, let's say all of them went up. Okay, which one went up the least? That's the one I buy. That's what I do. But I just wanted to stress about this, about Pulsex, because people still get it confused. Yes, Pulsechain also burns coins, but burns them. If people were not planning to sell them, what is the difference? There's no difference. Now, does that mean that I don't like Pulsechain? Of course I like Pulsechain, because you need to hold it in order to operate in the chain. So of course I like it, okay? They are both layer 1 coins, so I like them a bit better than X, just because of that, okay? Because they are cycle 1 coins, while X is cycle 2. People say, oh yeah, but PX is also cycle 1. Look, man, the people on PX are the same that were mostly the same that were on EX. So, I mean, it's a cycle 2 coin. It is what it is, okay? No need to lie. Excellent products, all of them. In my opinion, in my humble, basic knowledge of crypto and markets opinion, okay? Now, see how much we pumped with $6 million bridged by Godwill and about $10 million bridged in by the sacrifice wallets. Now imagine if we do $18 million per month on the height of the bull market. Who knows, guys? Who knows? But I do like them. I do hold all of them. I do believe that this is the real ecosystem to be. That is my opinion. It's been my opinion when it was unpopular. It was my opinion before the pumps. It was my opinion when everyone was calling Richard a scammer, when the coins were scam, when he ran away with your money, kind of stuff. My opinion hasn't changed. Why are people so happy, much happier now? because the candles are green. I could come here with a big theory, conspiracy theory about whatever. No. Candles are green, people are happy. Candles are red, people are unhappy, and everything is wrong and everything is bad. So thank you very much for your support, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, and enjoy your weekend. Drop that like and subscribe, don't forget.